See, I also did Gunstar superheroes. For the GB, they cover it like on the reel. Like John D is the reason I have not done Snatcher yet.
Do Snatcher, please.
Well, now since I don't have a working Sega CD.
I'll give you a word.
Yeah.
Why the name Low Fat Yellow?
Well, back in high school, I thought the name Jello was so cool and random to have on ICQ. And then I found out other people had that name. It's like, oh, something else. And then I think I was in 10th grade at the time. I thought, oh, low fat. Let's spell it L-O-P-H-C-T. Wow.
Foreign literacy.
Subscribe to the Shadow Warrior school name.
Is that it? And it just stuck. And then my friend Ian back there, he one time said, "What is Lop Pad Jello?" and then they teased me for a year or so, and I just owned it. It was like, fine, Lop Pad. And then Lop was like nickname for me for a while, and it lasted through college. And then when YouTube started in 2006, I wanted to look at adult content. I had to get an account. And don't judge me. Yeah. Yeah, and I just chose my kind of handle at the time was Low Fat Jello or Lop Fat Jello. And then when time came to upload videos, I just had that. I had that. And then once my videos actually started taking off, I had too much anxiety about switching to another channel. I was like, well, I lose all my fans, I lose all my comments, I never get them back. So I just made it my right. Yeah. Thanks. And I think you in the red?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask what's your opinion on the new Slaughterhouse game, considering you're a Slaughterhouse fan.
Love Slaughterhouse, best game.
The new one?
The new one. Is there a new one?
Yeah, the new Slaughterhouse.
Why don't you guys tell me?
Slaughterhouse?
Yeah, no,
Talking about the newest one?
Yeah.
Every time I see
He's talking about the Namco one, the one that you reviewed, right?
Oh, I didn't see that review.
Slaughterhouse.
Is there a Slaughterhouse?
Splatterhouse?
Oh, great, now I made myself look like the fool.
Well, I thought you were putting me on. Oh, I thought you put me on. He's got hilarious jokes.
No, I put myself on.
Okay. No, Splatterhouse is really good, but it is not a perfect game. And I feel like a lot of critics didn't give it a chance because Namco pulled out its marketing at the last second. And one thing I avoided doing in that review was saying, fuck the critics, because I don't believe that. I really do think critics have a role, and people that, the problem with reviews and like Metacritic and stuff, people too care too much about scores. And they miss the point. You should play a game because a critic recommended it, because I or any critic recommended it. You should play a game because I told you to, because I recommended it. You should like a game because you played it and liked it. Not because the Metacritic scores this. And if your friends are like, oh, you played a game, you got 7.8 on Metacritic, you need new friends. So I feel bad for Splatterhouse. It kind of got shit. It's one of those games that kind of just, the critics overlooked it, and I think if you play that game over the first few levels, it is really easy to write it off. Say it's technically very flawed and kind of lame. And yeah, it starts off kind of slow, and it does have graphical problems and audio glitches, but like the combat is always solid. The camera is not bad. I thought the combat was great. The story is what it needed to be, and way more. Actually, almost like too much. But it was still like to avoid the problem that Kojima has. All the story was told: you fight dudes and you walk to the next room. And you fight dudes and you just walk in. It's the whole game. You fight, you walk in. But in between the walk-in, Rick and the Mask are talking, and he's like giving a backstory about Dr. West. And since the Mask can read Rick's mind, he's like he brings up ideas of infidelity between a relationship, and it's probably verbose, but it's told at a right time in the game, so it never overstays its welcome. You're always like moving on and fighting dudes. And if you're getting story, it's because you're moving on someplace else. So the pacing is really, really good, and voice acting is fucking incredible. So, hell yeah. And also, forget the guy who played Riggs. But the guy who did Rick, he does the like yell they use a couple times throughout the game. Where he goes, "No, Jay!" And it's just really like, you really feel it. He really wants to save his girl. So I really attached to that. And Splatterhouse is like crazy cheap. You can find it now. If it's even in stores,
it's like $15.
$20, yeah. And I'd say it's totally worth it. Especially it comes with the original 3 games, which are I think
definitely worth it, right? that.
Yeah.
Tripping over my tongue.
Yeah. Actually, I got a comment on a video recently. Someone asked me, like, what do you think of the new Splatterhouse? My comment was just, yeah, very funny. And then he commented on Splatterhouse video, I had no idea you did this, holy shit.